This is Hard Facts.
Okay, welcome back to Hard Facts for today. Really, because whatever happened during the sunny side, let's have it stay on the sunny side. They have infected me with their energy on the sunny side. And then we're just playing all kinds of things on the radio. You even heard the news update in the midst of everything, yeah? It's because Joyce and Kemi, they were still here and shouting at me as if I was the one that called them. That show is just a crazy show. Welcome to Alpha Yare. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Let's get on with a more serious conversation. What? It's not serious. Those things that you people are arguing about is not serious. Let's talk about serious matters here. Lagos, welcome to the show. I'm Sheriff Quadry. Nice to meet you. Let's do this together. The big three is coming up first, and then we'll go to Global Hard Facts at 4. We're going to be looking at what is happening in Kenya. A lot of stuff going down in Kenya right now. Joyce broke the news to you during Sunny Side earlier, so we'll dig deep. We'll speak with a government analyst or governance analyst from Kenya who will be joining us live on the show, and we'll examine what is going on in that country, right? Then at 5 o'clock, we'll be talking about another interesting stuff. I've got a question for you at 5. In fact, 3 questions. Well, 3-in-1 question for you at 5 o'clock. It's either that or something else, but I won't let that out in a moment, right? Because the something else is also equally as important. All right, so that's the plan. That's the plan on Hard Fact today. You're welcome to the show. You can listen to this show live on Facebook. You can watch live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch on Facebook and on YouTube. You can also stream live from our website as nigeriainfo.fm. For those who are saying that they are finding it difficult to listen to us on the mobile app, I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring back the promo for the mobile app that we replayed the last time. We're going to bring that promo back. But for those who are in this category, all you need to do is just to launch the mobile app, go straight to the menu on the top left corner, click on it on the drop down. You will toggle the one that says put on highest quality. Yeah, just put it on highest quality because the platform that we operate on, we don't do low quality on that platform. There is no room for low quality audio. It's strictly high quality. And that's because we want everybody from across the world to be able to listen to Nigeria Info and then enjoy listening to Nigeria Info. That's why we have put it on the highest quality. That's if you can't listen to us on the app, that means it is not on highest quality. Just go to that menu, go to settings, click on settings, and then click on highest quality audio. Yeah, that's what you need. You'll be able to listen to Nigeria Info from wherever you are on this planet, right? This beautiful planet. So let's start with the show. We're going to start with Big 3 as usual. Big, lovely stories. 3 stories on the show this morning. Let's get going, Lagos.
This is the Big 3.
The Big 3 on Hard Facts
on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
You're most welcome to the Big 3. Let's start by saying that the Supreme Court declared earlier today that it is unconstitutional for state governors to hold funds that have been allocated to local government areas in their respective states. So Justice Emmanuel Agim gave the lead judgment today at the Supreme Court, and he said that the 774 local government councils in the country should manage their own funds themselves. He was reading the lead judgment earlier today, and he declared that it is unconstitutional for any governor in this country to hold on to funds meant for local government. That's the decision of the Supreme Court. That's the highest decision, the highest court of law in this country's decision. Justice Agim said the refusal of any state governor to grant financial autonomy to any of their local government or all their local government has gone on for about 2 decades. And he says enough It says enough is enough. In other words, as at this moment, it's always been illegal. It's really always been illegal. If not that, they want to do Oliver Twist, all these governors. It's always been illegal. It's never been a legal thing. But let's say, okay, for law courts and, proper, due process, we shouldn't have started in the first place. The process shouldn't have started in the first place. So we are here now. The Supreme Court has directed that local government allocation from the federation account should be paid directly to them going forward. But I know you have questions, you have concerns. I do too. For instance, will states accept this ruling? I mean, look, no state governor will come out openly to say that we challenge you. No, how now? How you want to challenge Supreme Court ruling? So of course, they will not say that. So the question is, will they obey this ruling? Well, it's one thing for a court in Nigeria to make a pronouncement, to give an order, to rule on something. It's another thing for the politicians in Nigeria to obey and respect such ruling. So if governors refuse to obey this ruling, what then happens? I mean, they have immunity. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, will LG chairmen be bold enough, the local government chairman now, will they be bold enough to look state governors in the eye and say, Oga, why you they ask me, say, make I forward the money where government pay me into your state account? Because I figured that is what is most likely going to happen. The money will be paid into local government accounts, quite all right, but then the state governors will still be in control of such funds. On record, though, it will be paid into... I mean, this is not about preempting. We know how politics is in Nigeria. Governors have held on so tightly to the House of Assembly in their states, to the local government in their states, to the traditional institutions in their states, to the legislative, or what do they call it now? Judiciary, yeah. The judiciary in their states. The governors. And we don't pay enough attention to them. We don't, do we? No, we don't. And that's why my last question is to you that you're listening to me. What role do you think you should play? What role do you think that you have to play now that we're here? I'd like to hear that from you. Let's go to our second story very quickly. So the Senate has been introducing all kinds of bills to create all kinds of states lately. Yes. The latest one is that from Kano. They want to now, there is a bill that has been introduced to create a state called Tiga. I don't know whether they are going to call it Tiger or Tiga at the end of the day, but let's just go with Tiga. That state will be carved out from Kano State. That is a new plan now. You know, Kano is a metropolitan state, arguably the most populous in the country today. It has 44 local government areas. Yeah. So they want to carve out a new state from Kano. We don't know which of these local government areas will go with the new one if eventually the House of Assembly passes this. But remember that some months ago, in June to be precise, Okon is a senator representing Delta North. He sponsored a bill for the creation of a Neoma state. That's right. Okon sponsored that bill. Also, there is another bill that has been sponsored by 4 lawmakers from the southeast. A lawmaker from Abia, a lawmaker from Imo, another one from Ebonyi. There is this other lawmaker from Anambra, and another one from Enugu. How many now? 1, 2, 3. I think they're about 4 now. I think they're about 4 or 5. I'm not sure again. But then the bottom line is that these lawmakers, they came together, they also sponsored another bill for the creation of ATT state. ATT, not Ekitio, it's ETITI, ATT. They said the capital of ATT state will be Lopanta as the capital. So according to their own calculation, they will carve out ATT state from Abia, Enugu, Anambra, Ebonyi, and Imo. They will carve out ATT state from these other states to give the Southeast 6 states. And they also mentioned that the ATT state's new state would have 11 LGAs. Now there's another bill to create Olu state. Yes, they want to carve out Olu out of Imo, Abia, and Anambra. That's where they want to carve out Olu from. In the southwest here, there is plan to have Okeogun State. Now, let's look at the calculation. I have no problem with creating new states. No, not at all. Especially when it comes to the southeast. What's good for the goose is good for the gander as well, right? Because in the north central, you have 6 states there. We have Benue, you have Kogi, you have Kwara, you have Nasarawa, you have Niger, and you have Plateau in the north central. In the northeast, you have 6 as well. You have Adamawa, you have Bauchi, you have Borno, you have Gombe, you have Taraba, and Yobe. In the northwest is the only region in the country that has 7. Northwest alone has 7. That's the only region. So you have Kaduna, you have Katsina, you have Kano, you have Kebbi, you have Sokoto, you have Jigawa, and Zamfara. Now, the Northwest want to create another state that will make it 8. Let's go to the Southeast. Southeast has 5. Of course, they have Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo. South, they have 6. Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Cross River, Delta, Edo, and Rivers. And the Southwest, you have Ekiti, Lagos, Osun, Ondo, Ogun, and Oyo. So it's okay for Southeast to have additional states. But that's not even my concern. My concern is, what is the motive, the true motive, the real motive behind state creation? The sponsors will put forward so many arguments. One argument this, one argument that. But I just have one question for them and for you, if you can give me the answer. Is it about giving power to the minority people or giving power to the minority politicians? And I mean, when I say minority, but I'm not talking about politicians from minority region. I'm talking about few politicians. It's my only question to you in this regard. It's 3:21. Time flies. My last Big 3 story is coming up after the break as usual. So I'm going to use this period to take reactions on the 2 stories I have given you on the Big 3 this afternoon. Okay, so we have our female line back. Our female line is back. The male line that I'm going to be asking you to call is just 2770993. That's the only male line that you would call. You can call the other male lines, though. It's okay. It's fine, though. It will still go through. But to be very quick and fast, you call the male line 0201 2770993. The female line is still the same, 0201 465 7190. That's the female line. So if you're a guy, don't call that female line. It's back. Now we can tell. If you're calling the female line, we know now. So if you're a guy, don't call that line, okay? Let's start. Let's begin. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Oga Sheriff,
Yes,
God bless
please.
you for
You
good
too.
job.
Thank you.
This market woman,
Welcome. You got 60 seconds.
the question you ask is to give power to those people, to the, is it the lesser politician you call them or the few politicians?
Is it to the politician or to the people of their region?
I don't think so. Because all those things now, the way we operate in this country, it will not even benefit those people. It's to give power to them. That is why they are fighting for it.
It's for themselves, not for the people.
Yes, it's for themselves, my brother. Then the local government, they want to create more. It's because of the money they want. Now, these judgments have come out now. Kasala don't blow, alarm don't blow. But the way they operate, that they are the king in the state,
The kingmakers.
they will still manipulate those people. It's what who they want, they will still put there. Except we don't have this kind of politician in power again. They will still manipulate them. Thank you.
Market Woman says there won't be much difference anyways. The politicians will always be politicians. Malik is calling us. And Malik, how are you doing?
I do, Sharif. What you keep me? My 150 today, you know, give me.
Which 1.5 is that one now?
Now, what for you?
Which one?
Sharif, you want the knife for radio.
I know they owe you money
I
now.
will sue you.
I know they owe you any
Chief
money.
Judge and my cousin.
Eh.
You any her now.
Oh, yeah, no vex.
Can you hear that you apologize?
No vex.
People don't hear that. Sharif, local government autonomy. Oh boy, we don't cash out. Do you know what the government is meant to do now? Let the president tell the people that who your local government chairman, that the government are not giving them
Malik,
directly to their account.
Malik,
yeah?
Malik, you'll call me back, eh?
Okay, I'll call you.
I need to go to break now. Thank you. Please call me back. Lagos, we're going to head out now. Stay here, please. We'll be back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
So clean, new and improved. Clean detergents, every grain works for you.
Let us dive into the heart of global affairs.
We go beyond the headlines and into the real stories shaping our world.
Why pay more than $200 million to have 1,000 Kenyan soldiers come to Haiti when we could use that money to train the police?
What you've done with your grief is actually to spread it and give it and turn it into the love.
This served Netanyahu because he didn't think Hamas would ever be a serious military threat.
Congo is a country with so much wealth. The people have been fighting to regain control.
From the corridors of power to the front lines of change, Borderline brings you in with analysis of the issues.
The U.S. has power over them. Most of them will steal money from Haiti and invest in the U.S.
Some people who support Sonko and Jumai 5, over half of them don't have a voter's card.
Sounds like Nigeria.
Join Ireti Bakari Yusuf on Borderlines as she engages with policymakers and thought leaders.
Giving you perspectives and insights you won't find anywhere else.
Be part of the conversation. Join us live
Your voice matters on Borderlines as we explore the complexities.
every Friday at 4 p.m.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Stay informed, stay engaged.
Step into the conversation.
The Impact Different Debate Tournament, the Nationals, is coming. August 12th in Lagos. Witness the brightest minds from across the country in a battle of intellect and eloquence.
Have you ever wondered if controlling resources will be the key to dismantling?
Yes, a child does not being properly academically satisfied.
Has such person not also get experience, like your fifth point?
Experience fierce competition,
Peace cannot be kept by force. It's not because there's natural resources there.
persuasive arguments,
I believe that through a balanced approach to religion and education.
Don't you think that such a person is old enough to decide?
and innovative thinking.
By 1985, the poverty level was below 46%. If they don't have money for tuition, are you saying they are not going to be accountable?
Whether you're a debater or a spectator, mark your calendars for August 12, 2024. I beg to differ. The Nationals in Lagos, Nigeria. Get ready to be part of history. For sponsorship and other inquiries, call Lagos Larry Griffin 0706 827 1163, Shola Kolade 0907 173 3835, or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm. I beg to differ students debates competition, the Tournament of Champions.
So clean, detergents. Every grain works for you.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
This is the Big Three.
The Big Three. On Hard Facts.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We are streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch us live on Facebook and on YouTube. If you'd like to call into the studio to share your thoughts on the two stories we've brought to you this afternoon on the Big Three Hard Facts, the mail line is 0201 2770 993. That is 0201 2770 993. Female line is 0201 465 7190 for the female callers and the female callers only. Do not call that line if you're a man. If you're a man and you call that line, you will not be answered. All right. 0201 465 7190 for the ladies. Now let's jump back to the male callers. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Sheriff.
Yes, please. Good afternoon to you.
I think the judgment of Supreme Court will create more problems between local government and the governors.
Okay.
Because we become competitive now. The governors will not like local government to want the money alone now. So they will be on them. There might be more development in the local government.
Do you even think that local government will be able to challenge the governors?
Some of them might, because, some states, some parties will not win all the seats.
All the seats,
so
okay.
You understand?
Okay.
But in other places, what they do is once the fire comes, they will just settle the local, their chiefs or what they call them.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next one, they will buy house, buy cars, buy their girlfriends and their friends. So this time now, government will be on them. That money they give you, is need to do something.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
I think that would be okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for calling. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Alaji Kekere.
Yes, please.
Yes, my name is Godwin, calling from Lakwe.
Let's hear you.
Yes, for the judgment from the Supreme
Please
Court.
turn off your radio quickly.
It's okay. Hello?
Yes, please, go on.
Yes, for the judgment of the Supreme Court. Me, who is not a lawyer, I know that judgment from the Tamil Memorial. But the question there is this: does our Nigeria politicians know about and have value respect for the judiciary in terms of the judgment like this? Like you earlier asked. On this one we know. But what about the execution of the judgment? That is a big question that is so big, waiting for answer. And for the creation of the local government, the people you see chattering that now, it is only for their pocket.
Thank you.
So that they will remain continuously in power, just like Wike is today.
Thank you.
So that he will remain in power under this to do cause harm
Thank
to
you.
the ordinary Nigeria and nothing more.
Thank you.
Thank you and have a blessed day.
You too. Razak joins us from Lagos here. Razak, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My question is, after the Supreme Court judgment,
Yeah.
now, who is going to fund the local council development area?
Who is going to what?
Who is going to fund the local council development area in Lagos State? Since we have only 2 local governments, are they still going to share the money from the local government with the LCD?
I think another follow-up question will be, how are they doing it before?
Okay.
Because there has to be a way that the local government, the LCDAs in Lagos, are getting their funds before now.
They are getting it through the state government. That is why they are paying that money into the state account.
Okay.
Now that they are going to pay direct to local government, will the chairman of those local governments share their money with the LCD?
That's a good question for Lagos to resolve and for Lagosians to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very valid question, really. But thank you for calling, my friend. For before now, it was being paid into a joint account. You know, there's this jack that the state governments have with their local government areas, right? But for Lagos, it's a very valid question that you've asked. Now that money should be paid into recognized local government areas, what then happens to local council development areas? It's a valid question to be asked. Let's jump on the female lines now. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, Sheriff.
You're not a female. You're calling the female line. I'm going to hang up. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, good afternoon, Sheriff.
Good afternoon to you.
Yes, so Uzoma on the line.
Welcome, Uzoma. Let's hear you.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you for your job since morning.
You too.
Yeah, back to the matter. Sheriff, my brother, you see this our senators and all these politicians in short. They are not there for anybody.
Okay.
Otherwise, the budget they are padding and passing, the budget of hope, no Nigeria will say that she saw anything. Now they want to create states. For what? The states where they create, what are we getting from it? Nothing. If they're being palliative now, is for their party members. I am telling you. They are only still there thinking which way would they open again for their money to be coming more and more. Which way would they open for them to be, milking Nigeria more and more? They are not creating this state for anything good for anybody. I don't know why they just keep quiet. They throw them for up, they keep quiet.
Okay.
Throw them for back,
Thank
they
you.
keep quiet.
Thank you, Zoma.
God will help us.
Thank you.
God will help us.
Thank you for sharing your thought. Appreciate it. Rapuchuku joins us. After Rapuchuku, we'll go to social media to go take some comment. Rapuchuku, good afternoon to you.
Yeah, Mr. Sheriff.
Yes,
big
please.
Brother.
You're
How
welcome.
Are you doing?
Big brother. Okay, how? Fine, sir. Welcome, sir.
Are you afraid of Big Brother?
I'm afraid, though. It comes with billing, yeah?
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Welcome.
It's all right. Supreme Court judgment.
Yes.
You see, I believe in this country, so many judgments have been constitutional and unconstitutional. But what happens then? They pass these governors and local government for them that is unconstitutional. We know that.
Okay.
But what happens? How do they implement it? I'm looking for them to say this is the penalty. This is what happens if they go contrary.
Yeah.
We know politicians have been stealing our taxpayers' money. It's unconstitutional. But what happens if EFCC dares them? Did they get all of the money they've stolen? No, not at all. You see them walking free, some of them untouchable. Some judgments they passed unconstitutionally, that are constitutional.
Legally,
this one now,
yeah.
See what I want there. Let them set their tax force.
Okay.
Apart from EFCC, it is Supreme Court tax force that will be bearing these governors. Let the kite perch, let the ego perch.
All right, thank you.
But even at that, this local government chairman, of course, who they trusted.
Thank you.
My brother. Yes.
Thank you for your He's just tired. Like, even these people I'm defending them, can we trust them? That's what Nigeria does to you. Let's go to social media. We're going to start with WhatsApp. Olushoga says, the local government autonomy is a welcome development by me. The federal government should also take the step further by abolishing all the states INEC that are at beck and call of all state governors who use them to install their stooges to head local government councils for their selfish interests through the jamboree they conduct as LGA elections. That's Olushoga Ajayi who dropped that in. Olushoga, thank you for sharing. Comrade Dare from Ogba says the judgment is clear, and with that, local governments are now to account for allocation they receive from federal account. In this case, state governors have no other choice than to allow LG funds to be, and any LG chairman who allows state governors to take over money belonging to a local government may face EFCC alone when the time comes. That's Kamidari who dropped that as well on WhatsApp. I've got another one. The governors don't have to accept the ruling. The LG chairman should return the money to the government account. Then we would drag them to court. They don't have immunity. If we send one LG chairman to jail for not seeing the usefulness of the allocation fund, others will wake up. Okay, I like the sound of that. That's somebody who is ready to act. Creation of new states is to divert attention. It will not work. Those created already, how viable are they? Let's think of better things, Joe. Habib from Ikorodu, drop that here. Habib, thank you for sharing your thought. Sharif, the only region that needs new states is the Southeast. Any other region can rest for now. But come to think of it, why are the senators clamoring for the creation of new states? Because even the 36 states are not functioning. Thank you for sharing your thought. I'm going to take another one. I've got this one here from Adebisi in Ikorodu. Adebisi says, what's the gain of the masses from all this proposed bill for state creation without the proper financial viability? Politicians want more power to themselves. Creation of more states will bring more members to National Assembly. That's Adebisi from Ikorodu. Adebisi, thank you for sharing your thought. I appreciate it. Okay, I really do. Let's go take a few more comments. This time, let's see. Ibrahim Bello says, good topic. Let's hear people's reactions. Oh, yes, I'm enjoying their reactions myself. Let's take another comment here. I'll come to the telephone line in a moment, okay? Fagbemi Peter says, the best decision so far, the national confab recommendation becomes reality. Government will be closer to the people, hopefully. Fagbemi, I like the way you ended your message, hopefully. Yeah, that needed to be there. If that hadn't been there, I would have questioned your comment, right? Okay, 3:39. I'm heading back to the telephone lines right now. Let's start with female calls. Good afternoon to you.
I'm waiting for you immediately.
You are calling the female line, sir. Please do try and call the male line. Look, if you call the female line, I won't even say bye bye to you. I might give you the courtesy of telling you that you're calling the wrong number, right? But I won't say bye bye because you're not supposed to call the number. Again, let me reiterate: the male line is 0201 277 0993. That is the male line. Just call that line. That line is split into 3. So you can call that line 0201 277 0993. The female line is 0201 465 7190. That is a female line. And no man should call it. Because if you call it now, I know. Before now, we weren't able to distinguish between male and female line. Once that one crashed, the 0700 crashed, we couldn't distinguish. But now we can. Okay? So don't stylishly or mistakenly, in quotes, call the female line if you're a man. Good afternoon to you.
Yeah. Oh, good afternoon.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah. The topic you've been treating this morning is a very good topic.
I wanted to speak to the ones that we are talking about now. The two of them.
Okay. The state creation.
Yeah.
The state creation is senseless. Those guys are stupid. They are not.
Okay, so I'm going to allow you go now. You're being unnecessarily rude and uncouth. So I can't forge ahead with that call. So because you didn't have to say all of those things, you could have just passed your message across. Simple, straightforward, without being condescending, There was no need for that. Good afternoon to you.
Hello, Sherry.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
My name is Shegun Oluyemo.
You're welcome, sir.
On the state creation, I believe that agitating for more states now is not necessary.
Okay.
Simply because the ones we have, they are not viable. But we know that the reason behind it is that new governor will be made. State House of Assembly.
There will be more lawmakers. There will be more allocation. There will be more local government areas.
This is a viable thing. It will have been a good thing because the reason development will reach the minutest area, the remotest area that you can think of. That is if that would have been a better objective. But the one now is more about what comes. Then on the local government ruling,
yeah,
I believe that we should begin to own all these things. We shouldn't be pessimistic. Let us err on the side of optimism.
Okay.
Let us take them to, let us own it. If any, and they're good enough, the money will not go to the governor again, but directly to the local government. And from the local government, we can act. I had been involved in local issues, politics before, through CDE, and we are able to make the representatives accountable.
I have to go now. I've been keeping somebody on the line for some time. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, sir. Appreciate it. Mike Harry joins us now. Mike Harry, how you doing, brother?
I am doing fine. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sheriff.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Right. I want to congratulate all the 774 local governments, and of course, by extension, their chairmen, both the ones that are now and the ones that will be. I think the ruling is commendable. Now we look forward to getting better representation and seeing dividend of democracy at the local government level, at the grassroots level, as they say at the political arena. Right. Then for the LCDA question as to how they will derive their funds, they don't stand alone. They actually carved out from the local government areas. Yes. So the funds go to the local government area, and then they will derive their own share of the funding directly from their own local government area from which they were in. That's how it's going to be.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Macari, thank you for bringing that forth. Appreciate it, okay? Let's quickly mention, we're just going to mention our third story, because this third story is what we are going to be talking about at 5 p.m. So we can't, it's important, it's very big, so it has to be on the big three. But it's also as big as us talking about it for 3 hours, and we won't still be able to finish it. So I'm just going to mention it. How I have titled this particular one is, who is protecting our children? Hear me out. I'm sure that you must have been tracking news stories everywhere today. I'm just going to mention it, so I'm not going to go into it, right? You must have been hearing frequently, more than ever before, the sexual assault on young girls, starting from as little as 3 years old. Who is then protecting this girl? Let me give you a breakdown. An 80-year-old man in Bayelsa was arrested for raping a 10-year-old girl this year. Also this year, a father, was sentenced to life imprisonment for raping his 12-year-old daughter, his biological daughter. He is just 34 years old. Something is wrong with his head. 34 years old. Let's not go further. Let's wait till 5. Let's wait till 5. So we can, because the list is long. A list that we shouldn't even have. Now we have the list in front of us now. Something that shouldn't be existing. We'll talk about it more at 5 o'clock. Huh? Talk about it more. But that's our third story. You can still comment on it though. Let me head back to telephone. Good afternoon to you.
Sheriff, how are you?
I'm doing okay, Grandma.
Turn down my radio. You were talking about, you said you talk about it at 5.
Yes.
But let me quickly.
Yes, you can. You can.
You know, I'm with Barrister Olumide's NGO now.
Yes.
A father in where? I think in Badagry. No, not in Badagry. A father in Ajeromi also had been sleeping with her daughter for the past 2 years.
Oh my God.
The daughter had to run to an auntie. In short, Barrister got to know about it. But where am I going? At the last appearance in court, when they brought the father, the girl's brother and some family relatives